it's Hailey Reese, and I know it's super echoey, and I know that this background is super plain. I haven't had the chance to jazz it up yet, but I have a really good idea as to how I'm gonna make this background feel homey and warm and give you guys a really great vibe. Currently, that's my guitar case peeking in the corner. I have like some boxes and stuff here. I just moved into my new place yesterday, so I haven't had the chance to get adjusted to the point of designing the background yet, but by next week, 1,000,000,000%, this space is going to be completely and totally different. I first and foremost want to take a moment and just apologize for not uploading yesterday. I'm going to be giving you guys an extra video to make up for that video, so you'll still be getting the exact same amount of videos. Since I did say it was your Christmas present, I'm not going to deprive you guys of that video. It's just yesterday was so chaotic in getting settled into the new place and trying to make it at least livable and sleepable for the next few nights, and trying to get accustomed for these couple of days leading up to my furniture delivery, which is in like 2 days from now. So, sorry about that, but without further ado, I'm gonna share something with you guys to do with my previous place and kind of what I was going through there when I was being haunted and my thoughts on it now. I feel a lot safer, to say the least, talking about it within my new space. I feel like a sort of weight is lifted. Like, this space is so, it has such a good energy to it. I can't even explain it. It's brand new, it's newly built, which doesn't mean much when it comes to ghosts, because sometimes newly renovated places are the most haunted because of where they've been built upon. But my past house definitely had something going on with it, and I had a pretty serious scare in my moments leading up to my leaving. So I told you guys about how I had seen a figure, I had seen like my thing being unpacked, and how just like strange things were happening in the moments leading up to me leaving. Now, I had mentioned to you guys that there was this old woman that I had seen outside who made some weird comment about him not letting me leave and walked into this house. But the other day when I was walking past this house in the midst of trying to bring some boxes to my car that I was gonna drive to this new place, I saw the family come out of that house that lives there. And let's just say it doesn't appear to me that that woman would have even lived in that house. I could be totally wrong, but I didn't want to investigate it further because it was just spooking me, and I just felt like it was time for me to move on here and let that go in the past. So I kept continuing to get ready to leave my place. Now, I want to take it back to the bees for a second here, because this is the main part of the update, and this is what really has me still thinking about it, even though I'm here in my new space and I don't at this particular point in time feel like anything has followed me. I feel really good about where I'm at. But this is what's freaking me out the most, is if you guys have been keeping up with my I'm Being Haunted series and all of that and those videos, you guys know that I am deathly allergic to bees. I'm anaphylactic to bee stings and to peanuts. And anaphylactic just basically means that my allergy is to the point of death, and I carry an EpiPen for it. Now, I've also said so many times how my biggest fear when it comes to my allergies is my bee allergy, because I, for the most part, have complete control over what I consume, over what I eat. And I can always ask people, you know, is there peanuts in this? Or I can read the ingredients, and I can be very tedious in what I'm eating and reading through the instructions. That way I'm okay. But I can't have a conversation with a bee to tell them that I'm deathly allergic and that I mean them no harm, and I can't control whether or not a bee chooses to sting me or chooses not to. So when my room began to get infested with bees, and when I say infested, you guys, like, I know there's a lot of people who could be very skeptical over me saying my room was swarming with bees for no reason whatsoever at all, no probable cause, not a single bee in any other of the 3 levels in my house, not a single bee in any of the other bedrooms, just in my room. I know people think that that sounds insane, and I know it sounds insane. It doesn't even make sense to me. I still have no idea where these bees came from. And I mean infested. And this was around the time that things were going on in my life that I didn't necessarily talk about too much. And I kind of just felt like there was like this negative thing trying to hold me back. And I felt like it was because of a greater good. I often find with people when there's like demonic entities or like negative spirits trying to intimidate them and instill fear in them, it's because they're about to do something godly and something to completely contradict anything that it means to be demonic or anything that it means to be evil. And I was at that point where I was just starting to really, I wouldn't say become successful, but really starting to zone in on my YouTube channel and trying to bring spirituality and trying to bring positivity and love and light. And even though I talked about scary things, I felt as though it was my job to restore faith, because we all need that sometimes. And I take that very seriously. I take that as my life purpose. You know, there's things that I want to do in my life, but if I can help people in any way, shape, or form, that's what sets my soul on fire. That's what makes me so incredibly happy. And it was around that time when I was starting to really talk and touch on spirituality. And it was around the time when I was making my video, The Secrets of the Universe, and making my videos, you know, talking about the power of the mind and intention and the white light and all of that. There were a lot of things in my personal life starting to happen that were really trying my faith and really trying my strength. And a lot of these things were happening back to back to back, to the point where I cried to my mom and I said, I think somebody has put like a curse on me. Like, it's just unworldly, the amount of things that were going wrong. I broke my arm severely. I literally scraped my car on a house, hardly, which that's a whole other story time. And my whole bumper was like ruined. I was having so many lung problems. Everything to do with my videos was continuously going wrong, to the point where it's like, it's not just like a bad day. It's like all of my files were getting corrupted, and I would edit a whole video and everything would delete, and all of this stuff is happening. And I just felt like there was something around me trying to take away that happiness that I had, that faith, and trying to ultimately stop me from spreading a message of love, light, positivity. And that was when the bees started to come into my room. And I just knew in my heart, and I really feel that it was something darker messing with me, because people would come into my room and they would sleep there, and then like no bees would be anywhere. And they would think I was insane when I was like, my room is filled with bees, trust me. And I would try to show them like dead bee remains, but I hated even keeping those in my room, so like they wouldn't necessarily see anything. And they would leave, and when they were gone, all of a sudden like 7 bees are flying around my room. And when I talked about certain things in my videos, you guys saw bees would come like right towards me to attack me. So you guys are probably like, why are you rambling? What does this mean to right now? Let's get back to the bees. So obviously when you're moving, you have to take apart your bed. And I was taking apart my bed, and I literally pulled the mattress off, and I pulled like everything apart, and I look under my bed, you guys, and there are about 50 bees under my bed. And I had vacuumed under my bed around this bee time. So this means that somewhere in the span of when I thought the bees were getting better and I had vacuumed them all up and cleaned up, 50 more bees either in the night or at some point in time were in my room, and they died somewhere around my bed to be directly under where I'm sleeping. And I actually took a video of this because I wanted to send it to Loey. I didn't go around the whole bed and take a video of all of them, which I should have done, because originally I wasn't thinking about making a video update on it until that night when more things happened. But I took a video and I sent it to Loey, and Loey wrote me back. Let me see what Loey said actually. So I texted Loey and I said, those are all bees, which I'm deathly allergic to. And when I was searching, it's a sign of a demon. And then Loey wrote back and said, that video gave me chills, holy. And it's just the weirdest thing. So I'm gonna insert this video right here, and you guys can see that I'm not totally insane. I didn't get all of them, but you can see there's a good amount of bees dead on my floor. So here we go. guys just saw, there are tons of bees under my bed, and it kind of just gave me chills because I can't even imagine how many bees total were in my room. Now, bees are like going extinct, and bees are so important for our environment, and like they're not something that you should be killing or that should be dying. And I literally had a room that was like a cemetery's worth of dead bees. Like, it's just unbelievable. So I started searching into this whole bee thing, and this is what I found. So there was like a website that was saying, you know, signs of a really, really negative or demonic, which I don't think it was necessarily demonic, I just think it was dark entity being around. And it says, swarming insects. In demonic cases, swarming flies are most common, although it can be bees, bats, cockroaches, or moths. Ugh. And a lot of people were just saying that like swarming of bugs can be a sign of these things. It could obviously be pest control related and you need to get someone in there, but you know what I'm saying. So I felt as though rather than flies, what would you do to somebody to scare them out of maybe continuing to do the things that they're doing to bring light and love? You'd probably put bees in a room with somebody when they're deathly allergic. Because why put flies when you can put something that would kill me? But the weird thing is, like, none of the bees ever stung me, and there were so many of them, and they would fly above my head while I was sleeping. Like, when I first saw the first bee, I was swatting this thing away because I thought it was a fly because it was buzzing so loud. Anyways, this video is getting long, so I'm gonna try to wrap it up as to like why I'm like happy to be out of that space. So then that night I had the weirdest dream, okay? And it could totally be in my head. Like, I'm not disregarding that it could be that I was freaked out because I found all these bees under my bed, and so I'm like, I'm gonna dream about it. But I had this dream that I could see myself sleeping, and I do this sometimes actually, like out-of-body experiences and astral projection, and I can see myself sleeping. But I don't know if this was just a dream version or what, but I can see myself sleeping. And I'm sleeping there, and my dog's there, and this dark shadow opens up this like tree. It's the weirdest thing. It's like this tree, and he opens up this tree, and a snake comes out of this tree, and all of a sudden a swarm of bees come out from this tree that this dark thing has opened, and they start like swarming around me. And I'm like, okay, what in the heck? And then I wake up from this dream, and I just had this feeling of like something being in my room. And I just went back to sleep because I don't like to let anything negative or anything get the best of me. And ultimately, I didn't let it get the best of me, and I just kept pursuing and kept keeping faith and light and love and white light in my heart, and it stopped. And I really think that this thing has just like given up on trying to mess with me, because I am not spiritually weak right now, and I'm definitely working hard towards growing my spirituality and enhancing my connection to everything. And so I feel like it's gone now, but I just am so happy to be out of that bedroom, to be away from those bees, and to be past that really, really scary point in time where bad things were happening all the time and there were bees everywhere. I don't know, what do you guys think of this? Do you think I'm insane and there must have just been like a hive hidden somewhere that nobody could find? Or do you think all of these bees are a little bit strange? I mean, when I found the bees, I had put the bees like out of my mind. I was like, I'm over it, there's no more bees everywhere. And I just kind of like pushed past it. And when I took apart my bed and I saw like all these bees everywhere after I'd already vacuumed, I was like, oh my gosh, like so freaky. And then when I had that weird dream, I was like, what does it signify? Like, I know the snake, like I understand like ideas of what it could signify, but was it like fabricated in my mind because I found the bees? That I just don't know. But I want to know what you guys think of this, and nonetheless, welcome to my new space. I can't wait to make this background so nice. I have so many ideas. I can't wait to take you guys on a tour of my place. I'm definitely gonna do an apartment tour once it's furnished. But I'm really, really excited. This is the start of a new era. This is the start of a new time in my life. You guys are the ones I want to bring along throughout all of it, and I want to continue to share everything with. And so I'm really excited for those of you who have stuck around and who support me just as much as you guys do. I'm really, really thankful and appreciative for you. And this is the start of some of the greatest videos I think I'm going to create, because I have, like I told you in my last video, like lists of content that I'm already proud of and I haven't even like filmed and edited and uploaded yet. So I'm really excited about that. Well, you guys, that is it for today's little update video. A lot of you were asking me on Twitter when I had mentioned in my previous video that weird things happened with the bees to talk about it. So that is what I decided to do. If you're new to my channel or you are just not yet subscribed, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. I post a ton of videos, and now that I'm here, I'm gonna be posting even more because I'm inspired and I'm excited. So please subscribe if you do enjoy my videos. And if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up, because I love seeing that you guys like my videos. It's really encouraging. So please do that. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness. And until next time, I love you.